Hi, it's Wilma, and welcome to episode 4 of my Trails in the Sky playthrough. Now, there's a scene coming up, so prepare to hear more of my voices. Hope you enjoy.
Hurry up and come on! Wait for me, Luke!
Huh? Oh, it's you two.
Oh, great, it's Estelle.
Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp, what's with— oh great, it's Estelle remark. And what's with the big hurry? How about you telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know.
You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wannabe.
How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there is better tasting milk in the world than the milk that comes from the Perzel farm.
What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle.
In fact, just a few minutes ago, we qualified to be real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers.
More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now, a high pony, on the other hand.
Quit being a killjoy.
Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you.
Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart alien cynical brat you call a friend.
This isn't fair. I was supposed to be a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle?
What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old, get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school.
I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back.
Better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train my secret base, and before I know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go.
Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. And off they go. That boy Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something.
Rather, I think it's the exact opposite.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious.
I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. Heart.
That's not really what I meant by curious.
Alright, so those are my new voices. I used kind of a Squidward voice for Luke and just a high-pitched voice for his buddy Pat. Alright, so we're gonna go to the store to finally get this newspaper for Cassius.
Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes?
Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stragas?
Unbelievable. You're actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with.
Same girl. I almost forgot to get the newspaper.
We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying up the world news for Dad, right?
Of course.
You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid the new Stragas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the Braille News if that's what you're after.
Alright, I'll take one copy then.
That comes to 100 more, please.
I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well?
It sure does. The Braille News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But enough about that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it those bracers? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it?
Yep, everything went smoothly too. But how did you know about all that, Mr. Renan?
Haha, in a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Roland. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here.
I wouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with.
No kidding. The women here especially love to gossip.
One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with a shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me.
Yay. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages.
It's a recipe book, isn't it?
You got it. If you get hurt when fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway, so if you eat something new, write down what's in it and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle.
Well, I have made it a personal rule to never turn down sweets.
Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before.
Well, that sounds pretty convenient.
It's not that I don't like cooking and all, it's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd really like to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life.
That's a spirit. In passing, if you're in need of my ingredients, I'd be delighted to service your cooking needs.
You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renan.
Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use.
Eating the recommended dish at restaurants or using to-go meals adds the recipe to the recipe book. By selecting the recipe book, all learned recipes will be displayed. As long as the necessary ingredients are available, the food can be made. There are two types of food: sit-down meals, which must be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals, which would be carried as items. Sit-down meals cannot be carried as items. Ingredients used for cooking can be bought at a store or acquired from monsters. But yeah, I was practicing my Australian accent that I'm going to use for agate coming up. So yeah, there's that. It's, I guess it kind of needs some work, huh? But anyways, I made some cookies like Renan suggested. Estelle, Joshua, am I glad I found you, Tell? Oh, hi, Ina.
Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry.
We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago.
What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble?
I just heard from Yumi that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of town. You mean the Tower of Esmolus? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Scheherazade is out on other bracer business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys back home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I'll go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you just qualified to be junior bracers today.
With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower.
I understand. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that.
Understood.
The Esmelis Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Malga Trail. You can get onto the Malga Trail through Roland's northwest gate. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua, we don't have any time to lose.
I'm right behind you.
Oh no, Pat. Pat and Luke went to the monster-infested tower, so now, in classic JRPG fashion, we have to go rescue them. Yes! Alright, so we're heading up along the trail, get it, trail, because it's trails in the sky, to rescue Pat and Luke, who of course went to where they're not supposed to be. Anyways, yeah, here's a monster fight going on with these flying cats. Yeah, I edited out some parts, that way it's not like super long, like I edited out some of the leveling up I was doing, so Estelle and Joshua are now level 4, kind of like smooth things along, because I don't think you want to watch me do random encounters all day. Well, I guess it's not random encounters because you can see them on the field, but yeah. And then one of my tricks is, you remember that orbment station in the sewers? I like to go there instead of going to the hotel because it saves you a lot of Mira. That's the name of currency in Trails, it's Mira. And then in Genshin it's Mora. I like the different names for currencies in games. Like in Tales games it's called Gald, and then in Final Fantasy it's called Gil. I think it's cute, all the different currencies. Not a thing remains in the chest except a lonely, dead spider. But yeah, also, like, off camera, I was buying some stuff and equipment for Estelle and Joshua. I tried to prioritize getting the accessories that help nullify poison, because poison is really annoying in this game, and it's just really annoying status ailment, I feel like, in games in general, just like that gradual damage over time. That's how you could tell I'm a Honkai Star Rail player. It's like damage over time dot. Like, at first I didn't know what that was. I was like, dot? This chest is empty. I wonder whose fault that is. But anyways, this isn't Honkai Star Rail, this is Trails in the Sky. But speaking of Honkai Star Rail, okay, so as of recording this video, Asheville is going to release later this week, and I'm really excited, and I'm gonna make an Asheville pulling video. If you want to watch that. I think I have enough pulls to get him. I don't know. I just believe. There's no losing a 50-50 in the Kremnoan language. So we're getting closer to the tower. Even though I got majorly distracted by thinking about pulling for Asheville later this week. It looks like we've come all the way to the Esmelis Tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail, so you think they've wandered inside?
It's quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. Looks like we'll need to hurry.
Right. Ooh, I like this green. It's so pretty. Esmelis, like emerald. I'm thinking of like the Emerald City from Wicked. I love Wicked. It's so good. What will happen next? Tune in to episode 5 of my Trails in the Sky playthrough to find out. Okay, that's the end of episode 4. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!